As you were mentioning about the teaching of Hazrat Masih Maud Salam, Galiyan sun ke dua do, paake do, haram do. May I just mention here another very beautiful teaching of Prophet Messiah.
Is this not beautiful? The one which you mentioned?
It is beautiful, sir, but an experience which I have gained from that teaching as well, and I found very helpful, is सच्चे होकर झूठों की तरह तज़ल्लुल इख्तियार करो. And that, sir, I have found, whenever I have acted on this, the opponent has always surrendered very and showed very much humility.
Correct.
And I have actually enjoyed a lot from this beautiful teaching.
Now this is very important. This teaching which you have referred to is most essential for reconciliations, because I have been using this for last 25-30 years, and I have found in my personal experience that such cases who would not respond to any other persuasion or pressurization would sometime respond to this teaching of Hazrat Masih Maud when explained properly, and once they understood the phenomena, then they would generally cooperate, and I have found it work like magic on both parties, particularly in certain communities where they are very adamant on in principle to prove that they are in the right. For example, here there is one young boy from Chinoti community who came here. You are from Chinoti community, aren't you? Now I have found them, although they are sometimes they are people, I mean many among them are millionaires, but if there is a disagreement about one anna with the closest of relations, they would continue fighting for it on and on and on, perhaps sometimes for the whole life, but will not give in, because they think that if they accept defeat, that means they were dishonest and the other was honest, or they were in the wrong and the other was in the right, so they can't tolerate it. So one anna, one paisa quarrels are known to have taken years to get solved or not to get solved, and so on. So such people, if they are told, and I have seen, this is not just one community, there are so many people like this. I'm just quoting an example because he came here and reminded me of this characteristic of Chinyotis in particular. But anyway, I've tried this on these warring factions, and I've told them that Hazrat Masih Maud has come out with a beautiful answer. The fact is that most often two parties who have gone into a quarrel, who belong to a society of high moral standard, in this condition, most likely, both the parties are genuinely convinced that they are in the right. So because they are genuinely convinced that they are in the right, how can they submit to the wrong party? Because they think it's wrong. It's the other party which should crave forgiveness or pardon, and because it is the wrongdoer who must crave pardon. This is the general principle. But this is not only limited to an honest society. Even in the dishonest society, this is psychological. Some people deceive themselves so much habitually that ultimately they do really believe that they are in the right despite the fact that they are in the wrong. And in a dishonest society, this is also a general condition that sometimes both parties are in the wrong. Nothing is entirely in the right. So all these situations are covered by this teaching. सच्चे होकर झूठों की तरह तज़ल्लुल इख्तियार करो. Being righteous, being in the right, show humility like a liar, as if you had lied, as if you were in the wrong. So when I explained these situations, sometimes people who were very adamant in their quarrels, they suddenly began to see light. And they understood that if they crave pardon, it will not prove that they were in the wrong. It would prove exactly the other way around. It would prove, according to Hazrat Masih Maud sayings, that because you believed you were in the right, this is why you are vying with each other or beating other to craving a pardon. So this is a very effective, no doubt about it. It's a very, very effective formula for striking reconciliations.